Well, hello and welcome to another episode of the Web Monkey, and today I have a rather interesting plugin to review, and that plugin is called MailOptin, a plugin for growing and engaging your email list. Now, if you're a blogger or you have a business website, you know just how important it is to have an email list, and how well you are able to engage your list will greatly determine how successful you are in your business. Now, there are quite a wide variety of plugins out there for growing your email list, but I have to say that MailOptin might just be one of the very best of them. And to be honest with you, a few weeks ago, I had never even heard of MailOptin, to be honest. I didn't know this plugin existed until the developers themselves sent me an email saying, hey, we would like you to do a review of our plugin. And I tested the plugin, and I have to say I was really impressed, and I'm really eager to show you exactly what you can do with this amazing plugin. Now, as you can see right now, it's very well maintained. In fact, the last update was 2 weeks ago. You have over 5,000 active installations, but I'm pretty sure in a matter of months this is going to go well into the tens of thousands, because this is a really good plugin. All right, so basically, one thing that really separates this plugin from other similar plugins is the amount of features that you can get, particularly with the free version of this plugin. Now, you do have the premium versions, which we'll discuss later, but with the free version, you can do a lot, and I mean a lot of really cool stuff. So what I've done right now is I have gone ahead to install and activated the plugin on my sample website, themoviecharacters.com. So once you do this, and once you download and install the plugin, you will see MailOptin right in here. Let's take a look at the settings to begin with. All right, so from here you have access to some basic options. You can remove all data when you uninstall the plugin. There is also something called the allow usage tracking, where the devs will track the way you're using the plugin, but they do promise that they will not collect any sensitive information. And I believe they will also offer you a 15% discount if you decide to renew the subscription for the premium plugin. So this is an option you can consider. You also have the MailOptin affiliate link, and then there is something called the switch customizer loader method, where if you're having trouble with the customizer, we'll take a look at the customizer in just a short while, you can come in here and enable this checkbox, but I believe you're not going to have any issues with the customizer. You shouldn't. Anyway, you also have the email automation. So whenever you're sending out emails to your subscribers, in here is where you can change the default configuration. You can change the from name, the from email. You can also add your company's, organization's name, address, the country as well, stuff like that. So there you have those options. Now let's go to integrations, and this is one of the very best features of this particular plugin, because from here right now, you can integrate with just about every single email service out there. But not just email services, you can also integrate with Google Analytics, although this is only available with the premium version of the plugin. However, with the free version, you can integrate with just about every major email service out there. So for example, you can go with Aweber, you can go with ActiveCampaign, and so on. Now, my preferred mailing service is MailChimp. So for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to click on MailChimp. And I'm just going to go ahead now and click in here to get my API key. All right, so that's my API key, which I'm going to hide. Okay, so I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to paste my key right in there. And I'm going to save my changes. And there you go. So now you can see I have been able to connect MailChimp with my MailOptin plugin. Awesome. All right, so that's it for integrations. Once again, you have access to just about every major mailing service out there. I'm going to go ahead now to opt-in campaigns, and in here is where you can create different kinds of opt-ins. You have access to lightbox, in-post, sidebar, and the notification bar and slide-in are only available with the premium versions of the plugin. However, of course, with the free version, you can go with the lightbox, in-post, and sidebar options. All right, let's go ahead and click on Add New for opt-in campaign. So in here right now, you do have, for the Lightbox, you have access to 2 free themes you can choose. What I'm going to do here is to use InPost. All right, we're going to add a box just below every post that we have, enticing users to subscribe to our mailing list. So I'm going to enter a name for this one, and I'm going to say post subscription. Let's just say post subscription for now. All right, that's going to be our campaign name. So I've chosen the InPost style, and in here we have 3 different boxes available for free. If you had access to the premium version, you'll have the remaining themes in here, which are well designed, but it's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and choose the last one in here, which is the elegance. So I'm going to select this theme. All right. So let's select that. It's loading. All right. So now that we have selected the elegant theme, we can now customize it to our own taste. So in here right now, you have access to the design. You can change the background color, change the border color. Same thing with the headline. You can change the text, change the font family. Same goes with the description. Same goes with the note, with the fields as well. You can hide fields, change the way they look. You can also decide to display only a call to action button. So if you click this button right now, you can see you now have the big button saying, take action now. But I'm going to go with the original name and email. So let's click this back. Now, configuration, very, very important. Here is the position where you can choose to display this particular box. You can go with after the content or before the content. I'm going to go with after a content, which would be after a post. So I'm going to go back in here right now. And now integrations. All right. So do we have any integrations? I'm going to click in here. And I'm going to go with the email provider. We have MailChimp. Remember, we already integrated MailChimp. So I'm going to select MailChimp. And for MailChimp, I have different lists. I'm going to go with MailOptin. This is a list I already created prior to the recording of this video. So I have the MailOptin. Let me just close this message. All right. So I've got MailOptin. So I'm going to go ahead now and simply save my changes. All right. Let's click back. Now, after the conversion, again, this is another great feature of this plugin. What would you want to happen after a subscriber has entered the name, has entered the email, and has chosen to subscribe? So are you going to display a success message saying, hey, thanks for subscribing, please check your email for further instructions? Or would you like to redirect them to your URL where you can have like a separate page thanking them and maybe even offering them a download? So you have that option. So if you chose redirect to URL, you can add your link in here, but I'm going to go with the default display success message. Let's click back. And then finally, we also have the display rules. Do you want to display this opt-in on every single post? If your answer is yes, then you will simply leave this as it is. This is the globally load option. However, if you only wanted to display this on particular posts, you can uncheck this one right now and then simply choose what post you'd like to display this particular box in. You can see right now I do have some of the sample posts I've written. So in here is where you can choose the particular posts where you would like to display this particular opt-in. But I'm going to go with the global option. And that's it. Save our options, save our changes rather. And then I'm going to click this button right now to activate this opt-in. All right, I'm really, really excited about this. Let's close all of this. And now let's go to one of our posts. All right, let's see. What do we have in here? Split movie review. Let's click in here. And let's come down here. And there you go. So in here right now, you can see that we have the box showing up. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to test if this actually works. All right, so as a test, you can see I am logged out. I have clicked on a different post. Ben Affleck is Batman. I'm going to come down in here and I'm going to attempt to subscribe. So my name is Alex and my email address is onlyalex64@yahoo.com. All right, let's subscribe. And okay, so it says, thanks for subscribing. Please check your email for further instructions. And look at that. I have the email from WebMonkey, MailOptin. Please confirm subscription. So I'm going to click in here and I'm going to say, yes, subscribe me to this list. Let's confirm I'm a human being. Subscribe to list. Okay, that is confirmed. Now let's go to my MailChimp account. You can see I have the MailOptin list. It says you have no contacts. But if I now refresh, okay, it still says no contacts. I'm guessing it's gonna take a few more seconds for this to populate. Let's try this one more time. Let's refresh. And there you go. You can see we now have one onalex64@yahoo.com, Alex. So you can see right now that my list has been populated, and this proves that MailOptin does work with the MailChimp mail-in service. Now you can also keep track of your subscribers by coming down here to MailOptin, clicking on Opt-in Campaigns. And in here right now, you can see that my post-subscription opt-in has grown to now 3 subscribers out of 8 impressions. That's a conversion. So you can also keep track of all your subscribers from the back end here. I have also created another opt-in for the sidebar just to show you how this looks like. So to display the opt-ins for your sidebar, all you'd have to do is to create it and then come down here to your appearance, click on widgets, and then from here you would see the mail opt-in widget. Just drag it to the position in your sidebar where you'd like to display it. And then from here you can now choose the opt-in, which is sidebar for me. And that's it. So let's go to the front page. And now you can see that you now have the opt-in sidebar widget showing in here. So that's another way of growing your subscribers list. Let me now quickly show you the one other major feature, which is the email automations. So in here right now, you have access to 2 different kinds of emails. The one for the new post notification and then one for the post's email digest. I'm going to go with the new post notification. So let's add a new one. All right, so I'm going to say this one is going to be post notify. So what happens here is that every time you publish a new post, your subscribers will be notified that, hey, there's a new post in your blog, come and read it. So the email automation here, I'm going to choose, of course, will be the new post notification. So with the free version, you have access to the Lucid template. Let's go ahead and select this template. All right. And just like with the opt-in, you can modify how it will look like. You have access to the body. You can change the background color, the content, the footer, and so on. But for the settings, in here, you can modify just how many words will be shown. So the default is the 150 words for the post content length. You can change the title as well. And then in here, where you have the connection, with the free version of this plugin, you can only send this notification to registered users. That means users that have accounts on your website. Now, if you wanted to send it to your actual list on your mailing service like MailChimp or Aweber, you would need to get the premium version of this plugin. But for the purpose of this tutorial, let's test this out with our users. So I'm going to go ahead and select registered users. And you can also restrict it to certain roles like maybe only admins, authors, contributors, or subscribers, and so on. I'm just going to go with the blank option, which means every single kind of user will be notified. And you also have access to the schedule. When would you like to send a notification? Let's send it immediately once the post has been published. So let's go ahead now and turn this on. Save our changes. And now let's test this out. All right, so as a test, you can see I've created a new account called Jason, and he's a subscriber. That's his email address. So I'm going to go ahead now and publish this new post I've just written. It's the Halloween movie review. You can see I have my featured image in there. So in here, you can actually choose to disable the notification for this particular post. So if you click this on, your users will not be notified when you publish this post, but I want them to be notified. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit publish now. Right. Okay, so that's been published. Let's now see if Jason's has been notified about the new post. So I'm going to go ahead now and refresh my Yahoo account. And there you go. You can see the movie characters, new post, Halloween movie review. Wow, let's check this out. All right. I click in here right now. You can see we have the title, the featured image, and of course the 150 words for the except. So you can see right now that the email automation feature also works. From the back end, if you clicked on email log under your email automations, you will be able to see all the posts that you've published thus far, the status, the campaign name, and of course when you publish that particular post. And if for some reason something happened, you can always resend that particular post. And finally, you have access to statistics, but unfortunately, this is only available with the premium versions of this plugin. So that's it for the free version of the plugin. You can do lots of really cool things with it. Let me now give you a quick overview of what you can achieve with the premium versions of the MailOptin plugin. Alright, so with the premium version of the plugin, you have access to 3 different types of subscriptions. You can go with the standard, which would be $99 per year for 3 sites, or you can go with the $69 per year for 1 site. You have Pro at $169, Agency at $269, and in here, you can see the different kinds of features available. Now, with your standard subscription, which is really good as it is, you're going to have access to your Lightbox pop-ups, sidebar forms, call to actions, A/B split testing, different kinds of triggers. With the Pro version, you would have access to something known as the lead bank, which I'll talk about in just a minute. But you also have other features like your Autoresponder, referral detection, ad block detection, and so on. And of course, Agency will provide you with even more features like your WooCommerce and EDD integrations, Google Analytics, and of course, priority email support. So I do have one of the premium versions installed, which is the Agency. And as you can see, I have access to my opt-in campaign features right now where I can set up the email notifications for new lead settings. I also have access to all the available integrations from the mailing campaigns to Elementor to Google Analytics and so much more. Now for the opt-in campaigns, check this out. I can decide to create a new one. All right, just to show you. And as an example, let's call this test. So I'm going to stick with the light box. I'm going to scroll down in here. And let's go with the Boldy as an example. Okay, let's select Boldy theme. All right. So from in here right now, you're going to have access to the same features that you can get with the free version, but you will also have things like effects, for example, like what kinds of effects should I use in here, from bounce to fade. Pretty cool. But you also have the after conversion. What happens once they've actually subscribed? You now have something known as the Autoresponder, where you can configure an autoresponder. You also have access to your display rules, even more options in here. Like, for example, the page targeting. Where did the user view this particular opt-in? You can target user specifically with that. You can go with the click launch as well, activate the rule. You can go with the exit intent. Only trigger this option if the user wants to close the window. You can do that. You can go also with the after number of seconds. Only show this opt-in once a number of seconds has elapsed, and so much more. You have access to just an incredible wide variety of options, even referral detection. For example, where did the user come from? Did the user come from this particular site, from this particular browser, and so much more? It is just mind-boggling. So that's one available feature you have with the premium version. You're also going to have access to more opt-ins like your notification bar, also your slide-ins as well. And of course, with your email automations, you can do so much more in here as well. You will have access to your statistics, where you can view how many people have subscribed, where they subscribed from, which particular opt-in they use, and so much more. And then finally, going back to opt-in campaigns, you have something known as the lead bank. So what is this lead bank I've been talking about? Well, lead bank allows you to basically grow your email list entirely from your back end. In here right now, if you clicked on learn more, they actually have a full documentation of how this actually works. You can use your lead bank to capture leads. So you don't even need MailChimp or Aweber or any one of these other email services. You can simply come in here, read the documentation, and you can see how it works. As soon as you have a user who has subscribed via an opt-in, you will have access to things like the subscriber's name, their email, the user agent, which is basically what browser they use to subscribe, the conversion page, the referral, when they also chose to subscribe as well. So you have access to the lead bank, which is just incredible. Now, honestly, I could spend the next 30-40 minutes just discussing every single one of the new features available with the premium version of the plugin, but that will take too long. All I can say is that you cannot go wrong with MailOptin. They do have an excellent documentation. If you simply go to their site, mailoptin.io, click on docs in here, you will have access to all the documentation. You can see from getting started to integrations, lead generation, email automations, account building, extending, and so much more. So once again, MailOptin is really one of the very best plugins out there for growing and engaging your email list. You cannot go wrong with this plugin. Remember that they do have a free version of the plugin which you can download, you can use to grow your email list, to engage them. And if you are satisfied, if you're happy, why not consider going ahead and choosing one of their premium versions of the plugin. You really cannot go wrong with this particular plugin. So that's it for the MailOptin plugin. Check the links below. I will provide you with the links to the sites where you can buy the plugin, the premium version, or you can even download the free version of the plugin. If you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Alex. It's been a pleasure providing you with this tutorial and review of the MailOptin plugin. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching the video, and until next time, bye-bye.